Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Troy Trojans, taking on a team from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Trojans will kick it away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Miami's offense will get the first swing of the game. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. Just guys.
And that's a live ball. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Man, what a break. Great job following on the football. Great job having some awareness. The running back coughed it up, but teammates there to pick him up, following the football. Listen, it's lucky, but it's good job by the offense.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Well, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. He's going to pass on 2nd down. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him.
Woof. Deep breath, big sigh of relief. He's able to recover it. You know, you put that thing on the deck, you start to panic. But great job getting back to the fumble, recovering his own fumble. Otherwise, woof, that could have been bad.
And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
From the gun, running back gets the give.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job, and you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Spears. After the short completion, it's now 2nd down. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Canes! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Auburn.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Quickly complete.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Snagged in the middle. It's Tamatova. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. He's going to pass. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. This one's complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They're trying to get to nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Trojans will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Spears.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They're already in great field goal position here, David. The question is, how aggressive do they get?
Full throttle. Be aggressive.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the right. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're bringing heat. On the run, fires downfield. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Field goal is good.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Jet sweep, trying to get the edge. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And you've got to be ready for these plays. Like when you play defense in this era, jet sweeps are coming. Wide receivers, playmakers, they want to get them the football. They were ready for it. Great job getting to the man. And not even that, getting to him and creating the fumble.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, just keeps firing. Catch in the middle. It's Spears. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. He'll throw on third down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Trojans will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on second down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he intercepts it. And stampeding through the defense. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run.
It's a fumble. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
And this is one of those where you go, oof. You start to breathe a little deeper on the sidelines. You felt really, really comfortable having the big lead to +2 possessions in the fourth quarter. But now you gave the ball back. You put yourself in a position where you're going to have to earn it a little bit more now.
Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. Quarterback moving. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He'll take another shot here. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Ready to try the point after. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. New Mexico State is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in Las Cruces, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Middle Tennessee. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up?
That's as rough as a 3 drives as you can have. 2 interceptions and a fumble to add to it. You can't score points if you keep giving the ball to the other team. This offense has to find something they can do well, because right now everything's really not working.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today, we kicked them in the face?
They go to the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason.